many years before, and this song gets longer and longer all the time. It's a song that goes something like that. Well, a cop pulled me over for speeding or something like that. That's right, a cop pulled me over for speeding or something like that. He says, give me your insurance, registration, ID, and something like that. Something like what? Something like what? So I took out my Cousteau Society card. I had it to him. Said, you mean something like that? He said, nope. So I took out my Greenpeace card, my EDF card, my Belly Matrix card, and I said, you can keep it. He said, nope. So I took out this really cool picture of Bob Marley I keep in my wallet. I said, by the way, as long as you got me pulled over, maybe you can answer a little question for me. If you do get caught with some of Bob Marley's religion, what is the fine? Does it vary from town to town? Like if you're going through Elbridge at 32 miles an hour, do you get pulled over for going 2 miles over the speed limit and they search your car and find a seat on the ground, they're going to pound it for something like that? I guess if you were in Canada. The cop says, why, do you got any on you? I said, nope. He says, you look pretty sure. And he starts glancing over on the side of the window of the van. He sees a Blues Traveler sticker and a Fish sticker and a Grateful Dead sticker and a Waz sticker and a Mecca Bodega sticker and a South Catherine Street Jugman sticker. Cop says, this looks suspicious. He's looking around. His eyes wandering to the side of the front car, looking over the dashboard, filing cabinet up on there, looking down, looking around. He spots underneath the front seat. Yesterday, duct tape stuck to a bag, curious bag. He's looking around. Right up there on the dashboard, he finds some of them caramel candy corn things you get round time Halloween. And he's looking around, he sees a piece of green, a chunk of green agate from the Delaware River. And he goes over and he looks next to that, he sees a piece of crystal, quartz crystal, Herkimer diamond. And he moves over and he looks right behind that and he sees a mirror. In the mirror is the reflection of the duct tape stuck to the bag again. He puts his hand in the bag and he finds last week's Wendy's potato. Cream cheese on the side. Gets it all in his hands. He's looking around. That's for all those guys doing nitrous in the back. Hey, cop looks underneath there. And he pulls open the bag and he's looking around, he wipes his hands off on my hat. Looking around. And he finds on the dashboard 3 film canisters. Yep. And he opens up the first film canister. Down inside, what does he find? 200 milligram ibuprofen for the back. He moves over to because you're lifting all them speakers, you know, you gotta do that stuff. The ibuprofen out. He goes over to the second film canister, he opens it up, what does he find? 400 speed Kodak film. He moves over to the third film canister, feeling kind of goopy now. Opens it up. What does he find? It's been dry lately, bad luck turned to good, it's empty. Nothing. Feel pretty cool, hands me back my picture of Bob Marley. getting ready to go. My 5 used up credit cards. Down comes a filing cabinet off the front dashboard. Duct tape pulled down, Wendy's potato on my lap, and out comes a 4th film canister. This film canister's weighing in at about 27,000 pounds. This film canister stands about 18 feet high. That's about 3 times as high as you and I. It's pretty high. And he peels the top off and he looks down with his Keystone Carbide. What does he spy? The last teeny weeny bit of my hydroponic Ithaca grown, strawberry tasting, bubblegum smelly, welly belly, telly welly. You take one hit, hardly any smoke come out of your mouth. You write a whole book. You exhale it in your friend's mouth, they write a book too. No compression. That's some good shit. Cop says, what is that down there on the bottom of that 18-foot high film canister? I says, I don't know, but it looks like a plant of some kind. Can't be that bad. He says, what kind of plant is it? I said, it's a derivative of the same stuff that Columbus was making ropes out of to accidentally find continents. Kyle says, what? I said, it's the same stuff they found in the pouch of a man Italian elves 5,000 years BC, carrying a modern-day bronze axe, some fruits, some flint, and some of that stuff you find at the bottom of that 18-foot high film canister. That sinister canister. Kyle said, what? I said, it's the same stuff I gave to a friend of mine laying 2 weeks dying on for cancer. Didn't eat a damn thing, shriveling up like a raisin. He took a hit and he got up, cooked himself some eggs, put on a Bob Dylan record and started pacing the room telling stories. Cop said, what? I said, that's the same stuff that Hillary and Bill Clinton did not inhale. Cop said, what? I said to the cop, who you gonna vote for this year? The party that smoked pot or the ones that did cocaine? He said, which ones did cocaine? I said, it rhymes with cane. Republic cane, get it? Cop says, what? So I say, it's the same stuff that George Washington was growing in his backyard. Cop says, what? I said, yeah, can't you picture George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Monroe, Ben Franklin, hanging out Monticello, getting on board, all hell breaking loose outside, running out of wine, run out of the corn syrup, and all of a sudden one of the slaves comes in with a fresh delivery from the Caribbean. Walks over to Big Spliff, walks up to Thomas Jefferson, says, here you go, Massa, try some of this. Well, Ben Franklin and George Washington are talking it over, huddled up in the corner, trying to decide whether it's a good thing or not. Finally, all of a sudden, Ben Franklin looks over, takes his glasses off, and gives Thomas Jefferson the nod. Thomas J. lays back on the J. Take another hit. Thomas Jefferson goes from looking like that prestigious dude you see on the money and in Mount Rushmore to looking more like that guy that plays Jim on Taxi. I got an idea, and let's give everybody the freedom to pursue a thing called happiness. Yeah, that's it. Give me the quill pen, he writes it down. The cop says, what? Back to earth. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of goofy now. Cop says, what else you got? I said, I got a bowl here, take it. Nice glass, got it down there at the Harvest Dance. He takes the glass bowl. He says, what else you got? I said, I can't think of nothing. Looking down at me. Are you sure? I'm looking up with my biggest Bambi eyes. I swear to God, he ain't got nothing. And his hand goes past the hour, and he puts his hand down on the bottom of that 18-foot high film canister. And he packs the bowl, and he looks back up at me and says, son, how about a light? Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, yeah. In the Fourth Amendment too. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Some little shit like that. Always holding us back. Hey, something like that. I don't wanna be like those who can't control what they let themselves create. Just another part of useless information in the overload. But anything like that, something like that, something like that, yeah, something like that. You ever find yourself at a red light, 4:30 in the morning, with your clock running 10 minutes fast? Staring at the red light, but it don't look like it's gonna be changing anytime too fast. So you try to, like when you were a little kid, you try to count it down and change it psychically with your mind. You say that red light's gonna change in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change. It doesn't change. Must have been 4 seconds off. That red light's gonna change. 4, 3, 2, 1 and a half. Mississippi change. Mississippi change. Change. Drifting off, listening to the radio. He's shooting off now, doing off, smazzing off, snoozing off. Listen to the radio. Shatter. The time is going up. Wake up! You wake up and this time the clock reads 8:30 in the morning. And there's a line of cars waiting for your ass up over the hills. You got a school bus, a funeral procession, 8 Clydesdale horses carrying a beer truck, 7 ambulances and an El Camino too. Tell me, no matter how long you make the song, what you gonna do? Seems how long I make the song. People always get me wrong, so I guess I just gotta break it down. Gotta simplify. Just tell it like it is. You gotta simplify. You gotta break it down. Pot is a good thing, and good things should be legal. If a good thing is illegal, well then that law must be a bad thing. Everybody sing, pot is a good thing. Good things should be legal. If a good thing is illegal, well then that law must be a bad thing. But not everybody says pot is a good thing. Good thing should be legal. If a good thing is illegal, well then that law must be a bad thing. Thank you. That's a song you'll never hear twice the same. It goes something like that.